What's going on, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little beater fleet update here. We're going to update you on all the cars, what we got going on, what we don't have going on, and we'll take it from there. So first and foremost, you're going to see here we have the Lexus hooked up to a battery tender. The Durango got kicked out of the garage. The Mustang is in, and we also have it hooked up to a battery tender. If you guys have been watching the Mustang since we got it, you'll know we had a couple of issues with it, and we couldn't get it to pass inspection. I'm happy to report that I was finally able to get this thing to pass inspection. You won't believe this. It wouldn't run the readiness monitor for the rear oxygen sensor. And it had two small exhaust leaks that I didn't really think mattered because they were after the second oxygen sensor. So I really didn't think it would, have any bearing on it running those readiness monitors. But sure enough, a couple videos ago, we addressed those exhaust leaks when we changed the oil in the car. And a week after that, drove it around a little bit, boom, ran the monitors, good to go. Now, when we were changing the oil, I did look this car over bumper to bumper. We do have lowering springs in this car. It came like that when we bought it, and the shocks are blown. So this winter, we are going to be starting to look at coilovers for this. And hopefully this winter, we go ahead and tackle that. We get this thing sitting nice and pretty, driving right. So you'll see right now we have 59,100 miles on this thing. And this is a 2013, so I guess you could say it's a lower mileage car, but we're excited that we got it to pass inspection, and we're excited to go ahead and get the suspension really dialed in, because with the springs that it is on, it is a very, very harsh ride, and it kills my back. So I'm happy to go ahead and take care of that when the time comes. Now, over to the Lexus. Couple videos ago, you'll see that we put the Tane lowering springs in it. Totally unsatisfied with them. They were only supposed to drop the rear end about 0.6 of an inch, so a little bit over a ½ inch. And you'll see it absolutely slammed the back of the car. And I still have like a 1.5 finger wheel gap up front. So it looks like crap, it drives like crap, it sits like crap. And Tane has been absolutely no help in the matter. They don't want to accept a return, and left a very bad taste in my mouth. I will never run another one of their products. I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but with the lack of customer service that I've gotten from them and Fitment Industries, the people that we ordered those springs from, I just can't in good faith recommend them or run them on any more of my cars. So we do actually have a set of coilovers coming in for this. We went with RR Racing's street and track coils, right around $2,000. I talked with Rafi over there. We're going to be going with 16 kilogram springs in the front, 14 kilogram springs in the back, 24-way active dampening, and they use Silver's shock bodies, which is the same shock bodies that companies like FCS use. So I'm super excited to get them in. Hopefully they come in next week so we can go ahead and get this thing aligned. Unfortunately, with these springs, I had to camber the rear end so much for them not to rub the fenders that the car just looks stupid, and it hasn't left the garage, in like 2 weeks because of that. So let's just go ahead real quick. We'll unlock the doors. Not that I don't think they're locked. They're in the garage. There's no reason for them to be locked. But you'll see we have 34,573 miles on this bad boy now, and I've loved every minute of owning this car, minus the minor setback we have from this suspension debacle here. So now that we got the Mustang to pass inspection, we have a good inspection sticker on it. And the Lexus had a good inspection sticker on it. It's sitting in the center console because we got the windows tinted. But now we are going to be looking to tune both of these 5-liter V8 cars. So for the Mustang, this isn't my first Mustang. We've had 3 or 4 of these. We've had This is our this is our third 5.0. We had a 2011, a 2017, and now we have the 2013. And I've used Lund Racing on both of the other cars, and in fact, my 2017, I had a GT350 intake manifold, long tube headers, and Lund Racing hit it out of the park with that tune. I was shifting at 8,200 RPMs. The car was an absolute monster. So we're definitely going to probably go with Lund Racing to tune this guy here. And then the Lexus, I'm torn between going with RR Racing or tuned by Loy. So if any of you have had experiences, good or bad, with either one of those guys, Loy or RR Racing, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. But really quick, let's do a cold start comparison on both of these cars, and you guys tell me which one you think sounds better. All right, hey Eddie GS350, I hope you're watching this. This is for you. You made a comment last time that you were waiting for the cold start on the Mustang, so here it is. I love the way Borlas sound on these 5.0s. There's something about them. We've had the Borla S-Type, we've had the Attack, and then on my 17 we had the Ford Performance exhaust, which was made by Borla, and they all sounded phenomenal. Let's move over to the F. You guys tell me, comment down below if you think this sounds better than the Lexus. Mustang is definitely louder, but it's a more raspy tone. The raspiness might be because of the X-pipe, because on this Lexus we have an H-pipe, and an H-pipe has always, to me at least, made a more smoother exhaust note, where an X-pipe is a lot more raspy. So you'll notice the Lexus has a nice, smooth, deep rumble, whereas the Mustang is a lot more rasp and in your face. Let's give it a couple light revs. Again, make sure you comment down below. Let me know which one you think sounds best. So let's move on to the highest mileage Jeep Wrangler that I have personally ever seen. Believe it or not, this thing has 270,000 miles on the original engine. And when I bought it, original transmission, we had to put about, I would say, maybe $7,000–8,000 into this thing to get it right. The torque converter on the original transmission was completely shot. The fluid was burnt. Didn't shift right, had a nasty torque converter shutter, and among some other issues, it had several codes, EGR valve codes, oxygen sensor codes, things like that. So we went ahead, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, we went ahead and lifted it, I want to say 2.5 inches. We put it up on almost 35s with some Grand Cherokee wheels. We put the transmission in it. We did valve cover gaskets, full tune-up, and I even added a front bumper with a nice 12,000 pound winch, and you'll see back behind our Angry grill that I really don't like. It's just the grill that was on it was purple and looked like crap, and this was the cheapest one I could find. But you'll see we put a transmission cooler in there. And we've had absolutely, believe it or not, ever since the original sorting of this, we really haven't had that many issues, except for once. The second or third time we took it on the beach. You'll see here we have a current 2023 beach permit for this. The four-wheel drive linkage underneath the center console decided to break on us, and I actually got stuck in neutral on the beach, which was not a good time. I had to crawl under the Jeep with my now wife. We got married about 2 weeks ago. I had to crawl under the Jeep with her foot on the brake. I burnt the hell out of my arm, and I had to slam it back into 4 high by hand. But let's go ahead, let's fire it up. Check it out. So you'll see 273878. And for the amount of miles that are on this engine, it's super quiet, runs great. I have absolutely no complaints with this thing. It has been an absolute tank for us. I know I'm probably jinxing myself now, but usually Jeep ownership is very expensive, and while we had to put a lot of money into this to get it sorted, it was also the cheapest one running and driving for sale in the USA at $3,500 when I bought it, and I'm probably about 12 or 13 into it now, and I think if I had to sell it, I could probably get that, considering we re-geared it with 488s and a locker in the rear, and you know, upgraded the suspension, upgraded the front drive shaft, and we really kind of did this one right. So again, completely happy with this thing. Headlights work. Obviously we upgraded them to LEDs, projectors, because why not, right? And then we put the rough country light bar up there. That also works fantastically. You'll see we mounted our switch right here. That'll blind you. All right, next up we have the 2021 Durango RT. We really haven't done much to this yet other than a cold air intake, just because it's kind of been our family vehicle. You'll see, like I said, right now we have car seats in the back of the Jeep. The kids have been, it's locked now, but the kids have been, you know, in the back of that with us. But then we also have the car seats back here, and we also have their stroller in the back. So right now we have 24,570 miles on this bad boy, and we actually have some plans for this winter as well. After we go ahead and get the Mustang suspension sorted out and set up the way we want it, and you know, we're probably going to tune this too, that's whatever, but once we get the Mustang done, we're going to switch gears here. I have a really nice set of fuel off-road wheels that we had on our Jeep to put on this, but before we do that, I want to talk about maybe upgrading the brakes over to the SRT8 brakes, or the tow and what do they call it, the tow and go package brakes. Comes with it's either 4 or 6 piston Brembos in the front. Really makes the car look better, and obviously it'll make it stop better. So that's something we're going to be exploring here. And then I definitely want to do something with the exhaust. I'm not sure if I'm just going to do a suitcase delete and call it a day, or if we're going to go all out and get a, you know, a header back or a catback exhaust, because it is, for a 5.7 Hemi, it is very tame, and we do want to wake it up a little bit, but we don't want it to be ridiculous, because again, it's our family hauler. Any long drives that we go on, any road trips, that's what we take. Last but not least, we have the 07 Camry that right now looks like an absolute monster truck on a set of Avantgarde M520R wheels. Yes, these were the wheels that we put on the TRD Camry. I tried to sell them for, I think I was trying to get like 2,500 bucks for them, because they're brand new wheels, brand new Continental summer tires, and they have 4 brand new tire sensors in there. But all I was getting was tire kickers and people offering me 800 or 1,000 bucks, which wasn't even half of what I paid. We paid like almost $3,000 for these wheels, tires, and sensors. So I said, screw it, let's throw them on my Camry, and if I'm going to take a hit on them, I'm going to wear the tires out first. So that's what this is sitting on. This car, after our original sorting that we also did on the channel has been absolutely flawless. This car is an absolute tank. I drive this to work every day, day in and day out. And you'll see we have 213,133 miles on it. This is a rare 2AZ in the fact that it does not burn a lick of oil. That is because at 70 some odd thousand miles, it had a complete rebuild done at Toyota by the original owner for the issue of burning oil. Back in the beginning of the channel, you'll see that we restored the headlights. We put some LED bulbs in there, and like, again, no complaints with this car whatsoever. It serves its purpose. It gets 30 miles to the gallon. I can put whatever kind of gas I want in it. I can park it anywhere I want, and I'm not worried if it gets dinged up. But for the mileage, it is in fantastic shape. All right, guys, so back here we have the rest of our fleet. This is our marine fleet. We have our Grady White over here with the Honda 225 VTEC outboard here put away for the winter. We went ahead, we ran some stable through the fuel system. We went ahead, you know, changed the oil, changed the outdrive fluid, things like that. We got it ready for its winter storage. Here we have our Kawasaki 15F. This thing actually almost sank on me the last time I used it. I think the through hull fitting for the drive shaft went on me, and I had to beach it because it was taking on water so fast. I'm so lucky I was able to beach it, was able to drain it, and then haul ass back to my home port. And I haven't touched it since. Obviously, I hosed everything out. I winterized it, and this spring we're going to have to dunk this thing in the water and see exactly what's going on. We're probably going to have to pull the engine out of it if it is that through hull fitting, because that is the only way to get the drive shaft out of the machine. So that's going to be fun. But if you like the 15F, definitely stay tuned. We're going to have some content on that coming up this spring when we take it out and get it ready for next season. That actually killed my season a little early. I just didn't want to deal with it because, you know, I have so much other stuff going on. Over there you'll see the Lexus that we worked on. We're still waiting for the owner to come pick it up. I told him he can leave it here as long as he needs to. He's got somewhat of a sad situation going on. So that car is fixed. Timing belt, water pump, bypass hose underneath the intake manifold is done, and it's ready to go. Now right here where you see all of this stuff is actually the site of S&E's Garage 2.0. We are going to be building a 4-car pole barn here. So we'll have 4 bays, 2 cars deep, and we'll really be able to start cranking out some content. We're going to pour a slab, we're going to do a lift. So we're just in the planning stages of that, so stay tuned. Big things coming for S&E's Garage in 2024. And we're so excited to bring you guys some new and exciting content. So if this video interested you, I mean, we really didn't do much in this video. We just kind of went over, you know, our cars, what we have going on with them, and what we're going to be doing in the future with our cars and our boats. Basically, anything with an internal combustion engine, you're going to find on this channel, from water to land, and even things like that. There's my son's Jeep. He left his headlights on. So we got golf carts, man. Listen, we got everything here. So like, share, subscribe. I promise you're gonna like what we're doing here, and we'll see you guys on the next one.